Hi my beautiful artisans, how are you? I hope you're having a delightful day. Okay, so what I want to show you today is using the Cheers stamp. Now this is from chapter 10, it's one of our brand new stamps. Absolutely stunning. Now let me just quickly show you, this is just the acetate I've got here. You've got that wine flute with the hand, you've got the bubbles and of course the sentiment. Brilliant to use, super versatile. So what I want to show you first of all is I'm going to stamp this out lovely and crisp. But for the original card, I'm going to double stamp because I'm going to decoupage it slightly. I'm also going to stamp the bubbles, but I've already pre-done that, ready to go with my matte and layers. So with the stamps, it's just a repeat of the design. It's very, very simple to create, and then you can slightly do a little bit of colour work over the top. But first of all, I'm going to stamp this brilliant hand. Absolutely fabulous. So laden up with ink, I'm using VersaFine, the black onyx. Again, using the Eureka because it's a wonderful, fabulous platform to use. Pop this straight over and away we go. I love the bubbles that you've got within there as well. And of course you can have two, it will work for weddings, great occasions. There's so much you can use that. Now look at that. Perfection, one stamp ready to go. So obviously I've double stamped, super simple, and I've just cut that free away from the cardstock. Now what I'm going to do is show you how simple it is to paint these layers. I'm going to be using my Himi, which is fabulous, with my beautiful round brush as well, which is one of the Himi brushes. So to make my skin tone, first of all I'm going to go into the lightest pink that we have. There we go. Really soak your brush. And we're just going to lay that colour down first of all. Now hands are one of the things that are the most simplest thing to colour, but also they can cause you a little bit of a headache. So hopefully what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to shade them really quick and simple. So just add in that pink, just allow it to sit beautifully over the colour. So we're just putting a base colour, if you like, on there. And you can see how easy that is straight away. So next I'm going to go in, still with that brush, I haven't taken that colour off. Now I'm going to go in the ochre, and what I'm going to do is just pull up where the shadows are. So you're going to have slight shadow in, under the fingers, where the hand meets. Tiny tad of water just on the very, very tip of your brush. And you're just going to exaggerate that colour as it goes around. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my brush, make sure I don't carry too much water, but I still am not rinsing it out as such. So now I can just use that to blend and create that 3D styling. Very, very easy. You just pick up the water and allow it to blend the colours perfectly. Now don't forget as well, always try to colour in the direction that the actual element goes. So with the hand we go up, then we go down. If it goes, you know, to the centre point and then you pull around. This area obviously goes across that way. So I'm just following the design of the hand. Go back in the pink, and then we are just going to finish that colour detail. Super easy. And then you can think about what colour nails you prefer. I'm going to go back in the ochre a little bit and just pop that inside so it's slightly deeper. A little tad of brown in there, just to darken it slightly. There we go. So now I'm just going to rinse my brush out, and I'm going to go into some blue. Now you may be thinking, blue nail varnish, why not? Why not indeed? So just a little tad, just to follow that design very, very simply. So now, again, now this has started drying, going to go back in the pink with a tiny bit of fuchsia. Pick that colour up and take it up onto there. Then we are just going to go under. And this will just exaggerate that shading. And then you're just going to push that colour away. So we've laid that colour down. Now we're going to push it into the previous colour, like so. So now I'm going to rotate that round. And obviously we've got our glass. So first of all, I'm going to add a tiny, tiny bit of blue just around the edge. And I'm going to go into the yellow. And obviously this could be champagne, this could be wine, it's completely up to you what you prefer to pop in your glass. But this is going to be a base layer because we're actually adding another layer on top of this. So now I've just got a wet brush and I'm just going to pull that colour up so it's not completely full of colour but just enough to give that detail. Super simple. If you want to exaggerate that down, you can. I mean, these could be flutes, it could be, you know, a wedding cheers, whatever you prefer. So I'm just going to pop that to a side and then we're going to come back onto here. So I'm just going to add that colour, that yellow, tiny tad of blue just on the edge. Then we use the water to push that colour in. Super easy. So just while they're drying, I'm going to start on my base card. So I've got white base card, really simple, with a lemon backing paper. Then what I've done is I've randomly stamped the bubbles. Now you will enjoy doing this, it's so much fun. But then what you can do is you can just pick random bubbles, and whether it's pink, whether it's yellow, whether it's blue, and all you're going to do is truly put an accent of colour on there. It doesn't have to be a lot. Completely up to you. Okay, so now I'm going to place this onto my project using foam pads again to make it pop. And I've matted it on the same yellow which is on the focus of the main card, and a little splash of blue around there with white. So then I'm going to pop this right up into the left hand corner with similar margin around the top and the bottom. So then we're going to move on to our hand. We're going to add this in now, again with the foam pads, just like so. And then the final layer, when we add that, I'm going to sculpt it slightly to make it more 3D. So now I'm going to pull this right down so it fits right down to the edge of the card. I'm going to take this one, we're going to sculpt it. Very easy. And I'm just going to pop some foam pads either side. These are smaller foam pads, so it's just going to sort of adhere to the top and the bottom, but a little bit of support at each side, like so. And that will go clean just on there. Now the final pour is I've already pre-stamped the sentiment, matched the matte layers that work perfectly with the card that we've created, and then this is going to go straight over the top. Lovely and simple, but it's just something a little bit different, isn't it? I've just got I've got 3 random gold gems I'm just going to add in just so it flows, and then one up there. So this is using the beautiful Cheers stamp. Really, really simple to achieve. You can create fabulous backgrounds with this. It's gorgeous, and of course you've got that 3D element on there as well. So let you have a good look at that now, and you can see how easy and beautiful and simple it is to create. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you feel inspired, and look out for the next Imala video. You take care of yourself. See you later. Bye.